Welcome to our channel. Today we venture to the most unforgiving continent on Earth, Antarctica, a land of stark beauty and unimaginable peril. We delve into the chilling and tragic tales of the 5 worst deaths in Antarctica in human history. From early explorers racing for the pole to modern-day adventurers pushing the limits of human endurance, Antarctica has claimed many lives. The stories we are about to uncover are not for the faint of heart. They are tales of human ambition, of incredible resilience, and ultimately, of tragic loss in the face of nature's raw power. Stay tuned as we uncover these harrowing stories from the bottom of the world. The year is 1912. The world is on the brink of monumental discoveries and daring adventures. Captain Robert Falcon Scott and his team are locked in a desperate race to the South Pole. Their mission is not just about national pride, but also about scientific exploration and the spirit of human endurance. Their goal to be the first to plant the British flag on the bottom of the world. The journey is perilous, fraught with unimaginable challenges and the harshest of conditions. But their rival, the Norwegian explorer Roald Amundsen, reaches the pole first. Amundsen's team, better prepared and more experienced in polar conditions, claims the victory. Demoralized but determined to return with scientific specimens, Scott and his men begin the long journey back. They are driven by a sense of duty to contribute to scientific knowledge, despite their crushing disappointment. The Antarctic autumn closes in, temperatures plummet, supplies dwindle, the environment becomes increasingly hostile, testing their limits of endurance and survival. One by one the men weaken. The relentless cold and physical exhaustion take their toll, sapping their strength and spirit. Edgar Evans, the first to fall, succumbs to a head injury in the unforgiving cold. His loss is a heavy blow to the team, both emotionally and physically. Then, Captain Oates, his feet ravaged by frostbite, famously walks out into a blizzard uttering the words, "I am just going outside and maybe some time." His self-sacrifice is a poignant moment of bravery and despair. Weakened and with their supplies exhausted, Scott, Wilson and Bowers make a final camp just 11 miles from a supply depot. So close, yet so far from salvation. A fierce blizzard traps them in their tent. The howling winds and biting cold seal their fate, making any chance of rescue impossible. Their final diary entries paint a picture of unimaginable suffering and stoic acceptance of their fate. Scott's words reflect a deep sense of duty and an unyielding spirit, even in the face of certain death. Their frozen bodies, along with their diaries and scientific specimens, are found 8 months later, a testament to both human ambition and the brutal indifference of Antarctica. The legacy of their courage and determination endures, inspiring future generations of explorers and scientists. Sir Ernest Shackleton's Imperial Trans-Antarctic Expedition of 1914 aimed to be the first to cross the Antarctic continent. But disaster strikes. The journey, filled with hope and ambition, quickly turns into a fight for survival as the harsh Antarctic environment reveals its unforgiving nature. Their ship, the Endurance, becomes trapped in the Weddell Sea's icy grip. The crew watches helplessly as the ice tightens its hold, transforming their vessel into a frozen prison. For months the crew endures the crushing pressure of the ice, hoping for a thaw. They face relentless cold, isolation, and the constant threat of their ship being crushed. Each day is a test of their resilience and determination. Their ship groans and creaks, a prisoner of the ice. Finally, the inevitable happens. The ice, with its immense power, begins to crush the Endurance, sealing its fate. The Endurance, crushed beyond repair, begins to sink. The crew is forced to abandon their beloved ship, taking only the essentials for survival. Stranded on the ice, Shackleton and his men are forced to make a desperate bid for survival. They set up camp on the drifting ice floes, knowing that their situation is becoming increasingly dire. They haul their lifeboats over the shifting ice floes, battling freezing temperatures and dwindling supplies. Every step is a struggle, but they press on, driven by the hope of reaching safety. Miraculously, they reach Elephant Island, a desolate rock at the edge of the known world. It offers little comfort, but it is a temporary refuge from the relentless ice. But their ordeal is far from over. The island is inhospitable, and they know they cannot survive there for long without help. Shackleton and 5 others embark on a perilous 800-mile journey in an open lifeboat to seek help. The journey is fraught with danger, as they navigate treacherous seas and face the constant threat of capsizing. Against all odds, they reach South Georgia Island and mount a rescue for the rest of the crew. Their determination and courage are a testament to the human spirit's ability to overcome even the most daunting challenges. After more than 2 years at the mercy of Antarctica, all 28 men return home, a testament to Shackleton's leadership and the indomitable spirit of human endurance. Their story remains one of the greatest survival tales in the annals of exploration, inspiring generations to come. Chapter 3. A Dog's Loyalty, a Scientist's Demise. The Tragedy of Dr. Xavier Mertz. The Australasian Antarctic expedition of 1911, led by the intrepid Douglas Mawson, aimed to explore the uncharted regions of Antarctica. This ambitious journey was not just about mapping unknown territories but also about scientific discovery and understanding the harshest environment on Earth. But tragedy strikes the expedition's Far Eastern party, a group tasked with surveying the most remote and perilous parts of the continent. Dr. Xavier Mertz, a Swiss scientist and expert skier, along with Lieutenant Belgrave Ninnis and the expedition leader Mawson, set out to survey the King George V land coast. Their mission was fraught with danger, but their spirits were high, driven by the promise of discovery. Disaster strikes when Ninnis falls through a hidden crevasse, taking with him vital supplies and their best dogs. The loss is catastrophic, leaving the remaining team members in a dire situation. Mawson, Mertz, and the remaining dogs face a desperate fight for survival. The harsh Antarctic environment shows no mercy, and every step forward is a battle against the elements. Their rations are meager, and the dogs, weakened by hunger, are barely able to pull the sledges. The men are forced to make heart-wrenching decisions to stay alive. They make the agonizing decision to eat the dogs, hoping to stretch their supplies. This decision, though necessary, weighs heavily on their hearts as they consume the very animals that have been their companions and lifelines. The dog meat, however, proves toxic. The high levels of vitamin A in the liver cause severe illness, compounding their already dire situation. Mertz, already weakened by the harsh conditions and lack of proper nutrition, succumbs to its effects. His health deteriorates rapidly, and despite Mawson's efforts to save him, the toxicity overwhelms his body. He dies in Mawson's arms on January 7, 1913. The loss of Mertz is a devastating blow to the expedition and a personal tragedy for Mawson, who must now face the unrelenting Antarctic wilderness alone. Mawson, battling starvation, exhaustion, and the psychological toll of losing his companions, continues alone. His journey back to base camp is a testament to human endurance and the will to survive against all odds. Miraculously, he survives the grueling trek, arriving at the base camp as a shadow of his former self. The story of Dr. Xavier Mertz is a stark reminder of the extreme sacrifices made in the name of exploration and the unforgiving nature of Antarctica. It highlights the bravery, resilience, and tragic losses of those who dared to venture into the unknown, forever etching their names in the annals of history. Chapter 4. Submerged in Seconds. The Chilling Fate of the FV Antarctic. The FV Antarctic, a Uruguayan fishing vessel, set sail in 1972, its sights set on the rich fishing grounds near South Georgia Island. On board are seasoned sailors and fishermen, all aware of the Southern Ocean's unpredictable nature, but on a seemingly ordinary day, disaster strikes. A rogue wave, massive and unforgiving, slams into the Antarctic. The ship, caught off guard, is overwhelmed and capsizes in seconds. The icy waters of the Southern Ocean close over the vessel, trapping the crew inside. There is no time for distress calls, no time for lifeboats. The Antarctic sinks beneath the waves, taking with her all 32 souls on board. The tragedy of the FV Antarctic serves as a chilling reminder of the raw power of the Southern Ocean and the ever-present dangers faced by those who venture into its domain. Chapter 5. Alone on the Ice, the Final Journey of Henry Worsley. In 2015, British explorer Henry Worsley sets out on a daring mission to become the first person to cross Antarctica solo, unsupported and unassisted. Inspired by his hero, Ernest Shackleton, Worsley aims to complete the journey Shackleton was forced to abandon a century earlier. He pulls his sled, laden with supplies, across the frozen expanse, battling extreme temperatures, blinding whiteouts, and the crushing isolation of the polar landscape. For weeks, he pushes his body and mind to the limit, sharing his experiences through audio dispatches. But as he nears the end of his journey, just 30 miles from his goal, Worsley's body begins to fail. Exhausted and suffering from severe dehydration and bacterial peritonitis, he makes the agonizing decision to call for help. He is airlifted to a hospital in Punta Arenas, Chile, but despite the best efforts of medical staff, he dies on January 24, 2016. Worsley's death, while tragic, highlights the enduring allure of exploration and the fine line between courage and risk in the pursuit of one's dreams. Outro echoes in the ice. These stories, etched in the annals of Antarctic exploration, remind us of the extreme conditions and the relentless nature of Antarctica. They are tales of bravery and sacrifice, of human ambition tested against the limits of endurance. Each life lost serves as a solemn reminder of the respect owed to this unforgiving continent. And yet, despite the risks, the allure of Antarctica remains. It beckons explorers, scientists, and dreamers to its frozen shores, a testament to the enduring spirit of human curiosity and our desire to push beyond the boundaries of the known world. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more gripping tales from history.